On a quiet summer night in 1912, a small American town went to sleep and woke up to a nightmare. 8 people were murdered in their beds. No screams were heard. No witnesses came forward. No one was ever convicted. This is the true story of the Villisca Axe Murders. The town of Villisca, Iowa was peaceful. Less than 2,000 people lived there. Everyone knew each other. Nothing violent ever happened there. Until June 9, 1912. Josiah Moore was a respected businessman. He owned a farm equipment store. He lived with his wife, Sarah. They had 4 children. That night, 2 young girls were invited to stay over. It was meant to be a normal family evening. It was the last night of their lives. Sometime after midnight, someone entered the Moore house. There were no signs of forced entry. The doors were locked. The windows were closed. The killer moved quietly. The first victims were Josiah and Sarah Moore. They were attacked in their bedroom. They were asleep. They never had a chance. The killer then entered the children's room. 4 children were sleeping in their beds. Each one was murdered with an axe. The final victims were the 2 guests. They were killed the same way. 8 people in total, all murdered silently. The axe was found inside the house. It belonged to the family. The killer used the blunt side of the axe. The attacks were brutal. The wounds were severe. After the murders, the killer did something disturbing. He covered the victims' faces with cloth. He covered mirrors and windows. He washed his hands. He prepared food in the kitchen. Nothing was stolen. The next morning, neighbors noticed something was wrong. No one answered the door. They entered the house and discovered the bodies. The town was devastated. Police arrived from across the country. The crime scene was quickly contaminated. Too many people walked through the house. Important evidence was lost. Investigators had many questions. Why was there no struggle? Why was the axe cleaned? Why were the mirrors covered? No clear answers were found. Several suspects were investigated: a traveling preacher, a former employee, a known serial killer. Some confessed. Some were arrested. None were convicted. One man confessed in detail, but his confession was later dismissed. There was no physical evidence. He was released. Years passed. The case went cold. The murders were never solved. Today, the Moore house still